My hair looks crazy, but just came from Barnes and Nobles. I looked through. I didn't actually read anything, but I looked at a lot of books, a lot, including mangas, and some stuff that I'm planning on getting for the company's Christmas that we never had. We're not gonna have until like February, but see some things. And as much as I want to buy a book, it's just like I don't really want to spend the money for it. Like, I'm going to Walmart to grab food and whatnot, but I just don't want to spend the money for a book right now. But I'm gonna tell you my experience in a little bit. But also, Happy New Year's Eve, because it's New Year's Eve right now. So yeah.
Hey, boy, I can talk this loud because my housemates are not here. What's up? It's Drace, aka DJ Anti-Zero. Let me double check. Yeah. What's up? It's Drace, aka DJ Anti-Zero. Drace, aka DJ Anti-Zero. And this is my last and final YouTube video for 2020. Now, what to necessarily talk about? A lot. I'm gonna do parts, videos, not associated to the wrap up of the year, but necessarily just things I want to discuss with you guys. Today, I just want to talk about my experience of 2020, and before 2020, and when I'm looking forward to 2021, who am I looking forward with, etc., blah, 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 blah. My heat is on, that's why you probably hear that in the background. So let's get into it. And by the way, before I forget, I also don't want to make this video too long. At the same time, this is going to be one of my most, I'm going to say dragged out, but definitely leaning towards a very hefty video. Or at least I will try to. We'll see when everything happens. And I won't cut anything, so I'm getting cut from this video. Without, I sound like mediocre tutorials and reviews. Without further ado, let me just go straight into it. So, we had so many different situations happening in 2020. I want to talk about my personal take on the entire 2020. A lot of people would say it was a hell of a ride, 2020. It was a lot more realization on the things that we were not going to pay attention to if we continue onward without having a pause or having a moment to ourselves. We would not, I don't believe, I could be completely wrong about this, but the Black Lives Matter movement, it was there, but the impact that it had in 2020, I don't think it would have been that strong if we were all doing stuff instead of on a pause. I don't feel as though certain things like PlayStation 5 having a high scale in stock, or stock being at a quote-unquote all-time high, or Tesla doing what Tesla's doing, or iPad, or video games, skill electronics, or I would even say certain things in the presidential elections. A lot of different things would not have happened if Corona didn't tell us, yo, everybody in the building, chill the fuck out. Chill out. And I'm like, I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm just like, yo, as long as you send me money, I can eat. And I don't give a dang what's going on. I just need to do my music, my DJ, my dancing, and my photography from time to time. That's about it. If I do photography from time to time, it's only about one or two people with long. Try to do this funny for fun. 1 or 2 people alongside with the ride. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. But yeah, I had a motto set up, and I was just like, to be honest, the thing I do want to talk about is I would like to plan on making everything I do into a legitimate business, meaning getting everything LLC'd and or sole proprietor of my artist name, DJ name, photography name. I would like to get all that. Now, I don't make enough to necessarily consider myself in a tax bracket. I believe it's $400. Once you see $400, then you're supposed to do taxes on your stuff. But I would say I make more. I would say I make more than $400 on photography when before Corona, when I was actually pushing it. I was just barely making it, I would say, but I definitely did, including DJing. I definitely felt like I made, I want to say double. I way more than double in a year than $400. So think about that time, and artistry is getting there with the sales. It's getting there. I'm not gonna say it's there, but it's getting there, and I love it. Now, I know I kind of slightly went off topic, but now, with that being said, my problem with the scenario at hand as doing all these things is getting authentic fan base. I don't feel like I have a strong enough fan base or a growing fan base that I visually see that, you know, I can hit up directly, like, yo, I got something here, I got something there. Like, I feel like TikTok, I have a fan base out of the 2,000 people that are following me. Actually, a little bit more than 2,000, but it's 2,004, shits and giggles. I feel like I have a fan base there. I'm seeing repetitive people liking my my videos. What I'm planning on doing is taking the friend list on TikTok and definitely shoot out links and treat that as an email listing and DM every single one. Yo, a track is out. Yo, I got DJ mix out. Yo, this and yo that. And hopefully they respond. I mean, they're friends or some to the degree. So I'm going to talk to them, see if I can. At least the people that I follow and that follow me back. Because I don't know how many people follow me. Actually, I should link into that. But I'm going to do that. Kind of the same thing for Instagram. Kind of the same thing for I want to say Facebook. No, I'll just stick to TikTok and Instagram. I do also want to get on Triller more as well. I feel like I've been having that app sit there for months, and I barely touch it. I'll touch it like once every 4 months, and I feel like I need to interact with that more, just for the sake of I can create mini music videos of my tracks, and I feel like that will help me a lot if I focus on that area specifically. Now, aside from that, my most growth, I would say, was definitely from TikTok and YouTube. I barely had a growth on Instagram, and definitely not a growth on Facebook. LinkedIn, Twitter, it's about the same as Facebook, if not Instagram, but excuse me. But tremendous growth on TikTok and YouTube, and I've been taking my YouTube videos on TikTok, or I should say my TikTok videos, and putting them on YouTube and my Instagram, and it's been getting me hundreds of views. It sounds funny saying that, but I do get hundreds of views. Even saying that, this sounds crazy. I never thought I would say, like, yo, I get hundreds of views. Like, hundreds of views to me now versus back then seems the same. Like, I never envisioned, it's just saying that sounds really weird. I never thought me saying 100 views is an like, that's hilarious. And looking forward to thousands and millions, like, I feel like I'm gonna feel the same way now, just saying what I just said. And I see nothing wrong with me feeling that way. It's just more the fact that I look forward to the messages more. I'm talking to the person through the comments more. I like that way better now than I do just, oh, I got a view, I got hundreds of views. Like, my most top rated view on my YouTube right now is past 10K. And that's a video I done, I want to say 2-3 years ago. And I was surprised that in now 2020 that all of a sudden that just skyrocketed out of nowhere. I was getting comments left and right on, it was a Logic, what what song was it? It was Logic featuring Eminem, and one of the parts in Logic's song, I went like I had a seizure in the song. But I personally don't full out like it because I feel like I could have done better. Around that time, I actually got tired, but I was trying to keep up with the material. And to me, I uploaded because I needed something to upload. And during the time, it didn't seem bad. When I look back at it, I was like, damn, I wish I could have just fixed the transition from that one part of dance to that part when I went, because it would have looked better. But it's fine. Other than that, I am blessed for having everybody that's viewing this, people that are not viewing this, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. I'm blessed for every one of you guys that comment, interact with me, and this journey that I'm doing to try to make myself more of a better artist, dancer, DJ, photographer. Me and my best friend had a conversation about, well, I had a conversation with my best friend. I shouldn't say we. It was more me talking. And she responded saying that it's funny how I say that when the most money I make is actually from my dancing, or not my dancing, my DJing and my photography. But all honesty, if I dropped anything and permanently focused on something, it would be the dancing and the music. I something about the stage, I love the vibe of people looking, smiling, enjoying my music, thinking that it's good. Even some people think it's trash, I'm perfectly fine with it. I just like the attention on stage giving energy and performance and making other people feel good. And when I see comments or messages saying that, yo, this video made my day, or I enjoyed this video so much, like, I'm glad you made this video because it helped me today, it made me feel good today. Those comments, and I'm surprised I didn't even get those comments. Like, I've gotten them in the past where it was like, I'll get that comment every 8 months later. Now I'm getting it about once a month. It's like dimming down, and it feels generic, like to the degree of, oh, I feel like that person's just saying that just because, they want a shout out, not a shout out, but a follow or a comment back. And I actually take that into, yo, you could have just said fire, or put the emoji fire, or say that was dope, but you actually took the time and made a sentence saying, yo, this made my day. And if that person feels that way, I still take it as that was genuine. Like, to a degree, I feel like it is, not genuine to a degree sometimes, but not all the time. But for the most part, for most of it, I definitely take it as a warm place in my heart. So definitely kudos to a lot of you guys. that's definitely helped me throughout this. And shout out to Project DCX as well. Had a conversation downstairs about a lot of different things. Just literally about 2 hours before hopping on this. And one thing I talked to, I wouldn't say all the team, but part of the team is, well, two things I'm going to mention. One is perception. I can't, because the conversation came up where, oh, does the people on the team feel like they're actually, and I'm paraphrasing, but do you guys feel as though, do I feel as though they are actual managers, or being more of a manager or managerial, or pushing in a certain way that I would quote unquote like them to push? And to be honest, I'm just allowing the team to do whatever. I don't have the finances to pay anybody to do it a certain way. Whether you may say, okay, well, may not the finances. I don't have the it to give to these people. Like, I'm literally asking them, yo, help me with my drive. And I don't want to put that energy out there when it's not like I'm doing anything for them. They're not gaining much from doing it. Yes, they're on your team. They're supposed to do this for you. They're supposed to do that for you. That's non-human behavior. I don't feel as they have to do anything on the team, especially when I'm not giving them anything. I don't feel they have to do anything. They're doing anything. They're doing it on their own accord and own will. And I applaud and I appreciate the hell out of them even giving the opportunity to share, review, etc. I could throw something on Facebook right now. As a matter of fact, this is part of where, well, not where it came from, but where I kind of led it to. I posted Bring It Back on Facebook. It's been about a week since it released. Yeah, it's been about a week since it released. And I haven't gotten a single stream off of that. A single stream. Single. Now, every other track, I had at least a stream. At least a play. Whether it's from Spotify, SoundCloud, Audio Mac. I'm sorry. Had a stream. This is the first out of 20 plus songs I've putting out. This is the first I ever had no streams at all. Not sure what happened. Not sure what's going on. I've been promoting it at least 2-3 times a day. I promote it in various ways, whether it's sharing the link with the picture, whether it's sharing the link with the link profile picture, where it's me doing a dance and then having a link above the dance in the video. Nothing. And not even just nothing. We're also talking about now no comment on any of those, no post. Like the most I've gotten outside of the team was 2 likes of the picture. Not a oh, that was a dope track, that was this or that was that. Nothing. I've done it on TikTok. I've made 4 videos on TikTok so far using that song. Nothing. Okay, 1 comment. Which I don't really remember what exactly it was. I think there were more commenting on the dancing than the track. Nonetheless, nothing. And I'm astounded by that. I'm astounded. I even now I'm still like, what's going on? The positive note on it, I have views. I have people that have watched. I have over 400 people on each video, I think. Top of my head. No, I shouldn't say that. I had over 100. I would say over 100 views at the minimum for all 4 videos on TikTok. I have views on Instagram, and I have views on Facebook, etc. So I'm aware people have at least heard the song, but I haven't had a stream yet. And speaking of that, I feel as though I have the data, meaning that within the amount of past songs, like I believe Spotify. I'm not gonna say Spotify for sure, but I believe Spotify definitely tells you, okay, your fan base also likes these amount of people, and your general audience is this age group with this being male or this being woman. I could simply take that data and run it against ads. And I have not done that because I am building an emergency fund. I'm increasing my stock. I'm actually, once I hit my emergency fund quota, I'm switching gears and putting money towards the beats I haven't purchased, the songs, ads. I'm putting money to it. It's not going to be a lot. It's probably going to be like $20 a week, somewhere around there. Or $15 a week, until I feel more comfortable. And I feel like, cause I would throw in more, but I don't have the finances to keep doing that. Like the way I ride on my dreams is I'll throw small darts at it before I throw a big one. And I have thrown big ones before. Like I have thrown in $50 to $75 on the ad before. And it has worked because I believed in that. And I'm not saying that I don't believe in my music or my craft. What I'm saying is I want to throw small darts because I myself need to feel comfortable enough to keep throwing money at something, whether it's working or not. I don't want to throw in a large amount of money and then I feel like I'm crippled, or let's just say crippling myself because that large amount of money is let's say I throw in $200 on the ad. Then I'm like, damn, like it under, like I didn't get a single, hypothetically, I didn't get a single click. Damn, I don't know if I really want to throw money in this right now or right away. Like I don't want that mentality. I'd rather split that 200 week by week. Like if I went through my this money I spent on Facebook ads, I spent over $700 alone within the past 6 years, I believe, 6-7 years, going on 8. Same, and that includes my Instagram ads. You're probably wondering, like, okay, so if I spent that much money, I should have gone somewhere, right? The answer is no, because the ads were varied amongst different things. Whether it's promoting my DJ event, whether it's promoting the photography, whether it's promoting the music, like it was split. Now, if I solely focused $700 on music, I'm sure I probably would have gotten somewhere. If I solely did that for DJing, so sure, I would have gotten somewhere. Even photography, $700. I better get. I'm not saying better, but mentally, I better get 50 follows. It's funny because I had people just come onto my Instagram, my photography Instagram, and because during the time I posted a lot of females, women on the IG, guys came up. I had one was like, "Yo, are you looking for a sugar daddy? I can be your sugar daddy. Here's my number." And he took it off. He took off the message. I never responded to it. I was just like, "Yo, this is wild." And he was the only one he's the only one that went that far. But there was other ones like, "Yo, you look gorgeous," or "Yo, you look this." And then I had people hit me up like, "Yo, do you know so and so? I'm trying to get to know so and so." I'm just like, Negro, if you don't hit up these people on your own and don't hit me up, like, first of all, I don't even know half of y'all, and for the people I do know half of y'all, spit your game. Ain't not stopping y'all spitting your game. Now she don't answer the DM. That's not my problem. She don't answer DMs. You better either find a way to slide a DM properly, or she just not going to see your DMs, and I guess you're just not the one for her. And I feel like that's fine. Just like Mediocre Tutorials Review said, we should not be chasing women. Men should not be chasing women because of the fact that they get caught up in the delusion of women, not delusion, but in a sense, yes, delusion of women. You're spending money on women. They keep telling you you're poor, you're broke, you ain't ish. And I'm not saying that, don't date a woman, but I'm saying just the same way I'm kind of looking at it as I don't want a child. I'm not financially ready for a child. I'm not financially ready for a woman that wants stuff. If a woman were to come to my life and was like, "Yo, I want to build," I'll perfectly jump on that bandwagon. I mean, I got to get to know her, and hopefully she's something that I actually like. Because there's a woman that I've sat here and there's personalities I've seen, and I like the personalities, but I never can move the needle to say I like your looks. Like, everything about you was cool, but I just couldn't rock with the looks. And because of that, I never wanted to force myself to be in this illusion of I like you because of this. One, people personality can change just as well as their body weight. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And I'm gonna get off of this soon because I'm about to run out of time and my mouth is gonna sound different in the audio. I already see that coming. But yeah. Oh, I'm about to say, what time is it? But yeah. It could. You can disagree with me, sure. But a personality can change just as well as a person's weight can change. So tell me, look for somebody with good personality. As soon as you move in with them, can be a completely different person, or even have kids with them can be a completely different person. They may not want to keep up with themselves no more. They may not want to enjoy certain things. They might want to actually, notch the belt and force you to do something that you don't want to do. Now, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna make an excuse for that, but that's the truth. Because now, if you don't want to do it, then they kind of force you to be in a certain predicament. So yeah. It's not like I can have kids right now anyway. It's more so the mental space of, even like one of the girls I was messing with, I was just like, yo, I messed you for a minute, but I had to think about it. I was like, if we accidentally had kids, what would happen? Like, I'm not wanting to keep the child. If the person is, then I'll take responsibility and do as much as I can for my part. Whether it's being with that person or seeing the child as much as I can, sure. Now, that's not an easy discussion to talk about because some may have feelings, some may not. During the time, I will admit I partially had feelings, but at the same time, I was also being responsible. I'm not going to just keep messing with you and something may happen and we'll just be like, huh? Like, that's not happening. So we messed around a couple of times and ask the question. I'm not saying that I want to have kids with you. I'm not saying that you're not a good person to have kids with. I'm just saying if it were to happen, what are we doing? And the result just kind of just settled to just continue messing around. not really discussing this situation. I mean, we stopped messing around, but we stopped messing around because she moved and because life right now, she would like to come back and have things going, but too far away. So we're at a point where it's like whenever we do get a chance to be around, we'll mess around. But yeah. Which I don't see her not wanting to come up during the summertime and get some things popping. Spa nights, which I've been holding off. I need to make a song called Spa because the acronym for that is scheduled anywhere. Scheduled appointments. That's what in that blank you can fill it in for both guys or gals. Spa appointments. I love the acronym. It's like, yo, you trying to have a spa night? And everybody try to ask you. The only people that know about it. So you trying to have a spa night? Well, it's good with you. When are you trying to schedule this? I need to relax, boy. I need to relax. Get feelings off my chest. I want to feel like a man. I'm going to stop. No, yeah, I think 2020. How you go from 2020 after saying all that? I mean, we did all get messed around. But yeah, no. And another thing too, me having COVID during 2020, getting sick or whatnot. Like, I had my roller coaster of the situation. Like, telling you, man, it was a very interesting year. I'm glad a lot of us got through it. Rest in peace to a lot of people that died either because of it or during the year. I mean, I'm sure somebody died today. Rest in peace to that person as well. We just got word that MF Doom passed away. Excuse me. 2 months ago. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Don't know him, but as far as I've encountered him throughout social medias, respect to him. I definitely know he had an influence in the hip hop culture. Life. I don't know what to. There's not much to say about that. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, Kobe Bryant. I know there's a lot more names. I'm not off the top of my head. I can't think of right now. King Von, and I'm sure there's non-hip hop artists that I'm forgetting as well. I'm glad I survived. I'm glad people that had COVID that survived. I feel like with the new strand coming in, there's so much. Like, my friend wants to come to this party. I'm just like, yo, I wasn't going to go at first because at first I definitely didn't want to support it. I also didn't want to be in the video. However, with the new information of COVID, and I actually turned down a DJ gig because I just wasn't trying to DJ with the COVID situation. Like, yeah, they're going to pay me. But after having it and just dealing with it, I'd rather just stay home, build, get to know more people, social media wise. Like, I just want to adjust more to it than forcing myself to continuously live it. My best friend is out of state. I'm not going to see her for the next 2 weeks. If she comes over here, I'm masked up with the disinfectant on site. On site. I'm not playing. On site. My housemates don't know that she left. And if they did, I'm sure they're not aware of her leaving out of state. But she is on site. Disinfected. On site. And I hope she doesn't get COVID, and if she does, I hope she survives it and it's not dramatic. And I will definitely be there if she needs the help. That's all much I have to say. Thank you for this year. Minus all the negatives. The way even Joe Budden did say it, but he said the reverse. He said it different. I'm gonna say the reverse way. You can't have negative without the positive. He said you can't have the positive without the negative. I also agree that you can't have negative without the positive. There's positivity within the negative. Like, something's gonna be born from the disaster. Some type of creation. Something. It may take time. There's certain things that you may enjoy, like it may have made you a stronger person, better person, etc. Whether having COVID or not, but I feel like we all can take away something from this year, apply it to next year, better, stronger. And the thing I'm looking forward to, honestly, is just giving you guys more content and being better than I was last year, prior month, prior day. I feel like I'm on the borderline average, and I'm trying to figure out how to go beyond and just give that, like, untouchable feeling. I don't know. I feel like I always come to this direction, and when I come to this point, I end up just stop practicing, and then I have to re-practice to get at this point. I don't know. I feel like I was there for dancing, but I don't know what it is. And the videos I watch, they're like practice, and I'm like, what? Practice, like, I could keep practicing, but as somebody like me that's analytical, like, I feel as though practicing and sharpening certain moves is essential, but then it gets less it becomes repetitive to the point where I don't feel like I'm learning. Like, I feel like I'm getting better, but I don't feel like I'm learning. And I want to learn. I love learning. I love learning different things. I love learning about dating relationships. I love learning about just information and human behavior. I love it. I not love it to the degree where I would pursue it as a type of career, but I love the discussions. I love the mindset. I love seeing it. I love it. And speaking of that, because I went to Barnes & Noble and I meant to talk about that before this video even dropped, or this part of the video. I meant to say this earlier. I definitely am thinking about getting the book Power. It feels so evil. Like, I read pieces of the 48 Laws of Power, like the back of it. I read the whole entire 48. but it just feels so. I'm like, I kind of want to read it because I want to use it in a positive manner. Nothing negative. I hate, what I feel like is negative manipulation. And I told people, probably, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with manipulation. I feel there's completely nothing wrong with manipulation. If you've been manipulated and the manipulation that you went through provides you so much happiness and joy, what is wrong with that? Now, if it's not the way you want it, I can understand. If you're being manipulated for negative reasons that cause you sorrow and grief, obviously that's bad. I'm talking about the fact that somebody created something for you, some type of illusion, and it brought more joy and happiness than you can ever imagine. But in order to obtain that, you had to live through delusions or illusion somebody else provided for you. If you're not happy in that sense, then yes, it's a bad thing. I'm not saying I like manipulating. I'm just looking at it from perspective of the word itself is not negative. The action of the word is. And what is the purpose of that action is. I need a game chair because I don't think I can sit on the stool for much longer DJing and doing podcasts and whatnot with you guys. Which I'm gonna see if I can turn this into a podcast as well. So I'm going back to making these type of videos where I just sit down and talk to you guys about different things that happen throughout the day, and throw both on the podcast and on the YouTube format. Now, podcast might take a little bit longer because even right now I'm type lazy. Like, I'm tired. I'm about to actually eat some more, probably play some game. Going to a new year, chilling. I have some drinks I could drink, but I may not drink like that. Actually, I'm gonna probably grab me a glass and just go live, kick it with the people. Other than that, see y'all next vid. Anything I missed, didn't talk about, you can throw in the comment section. I'll see it. I'll reply to it, and I also have a list of other things I want to talk about. So I'm gonna get to that in the next video. Until then, guys, peace.